guys, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you today? I hope you are doing wonderful. I hope you had a nice Valentine's Day. It was a day, nonetheless, that we were all blessed to have. So hopefully it was a good one for you, whether it was Valentine's Day or not. Anyway, Cancer, I send you much love and many, many blessings to you for this week and the weekend ahead. What we're going to do here, if you've never been here before, is we're going to see where your overall theme is for the week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you, what crystal will help you with your healing, and what your affirmation of the week is. And then we're going to see what guidance you have surrounding for your love situation. I can't even talk today, but some of you know the drill. All right, let's see, Cancer, what your overall theme is for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the overall theme for Cancer for this week? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I guess they're thinking about this one for this week. Remember, time is fluid. Even though I say this week, this really is a timeless reading. And if you, I would highly recommend you watch your moon rising, your Venus, and your North Node sign, so you can get a much bigger picture as to what energies are surrounding you to help you better navigate things. Because you could be stronger in one part of your natal chart than the other one. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. What is the overall theme for Cancer? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay, there we have it. We have 3. We have the dating card. We have worthiness. And we have chivalry. Okay, this card comes out a lot. If you watch your other signs, you've probably seen this card already. I know you guys haven't gotten it yet, but this keeps showing up. Bottom of the deck is maturity. All right. So when I see this card, you have the support of your ascended masters, your guides, your angels, anyone who has passed on. God is here to help you. There's something about understanding how to really achieve spiritual maturity, because I see the Hermit with this card, and that when you are spiritually mature, you end up attracting more chivalrous individuals, okay? And usually, I know more females watch this, but this could be talking to males as well, because every time I get this card, people think that chivalry is dead, and it's not. And it always reminds me of the conversation I had with my son when I talked to him about this card. And he's like, yeah, I don't see chivalry being dead either. And what's interesting is that I've been teaching my son about this because his father, he never surrounded himself with this. So what's happened is a lot of, especially with males, they've fallen away from this type of behavior. If you think about it, this was a thing. Courtship was a thing, right? You courted somebody before you had sex, before you got married, all of that stuff. All of that stuff's gone out the window, and everybody has free will. But what's happening is we're getting into relationships where either we jump into the sack too quickly, and then we're exchanging energies with someone who's slept with a bunch of people or who has low vibrational energies or whatever, and there's no spiritual connection there. There's no core value commonality and stuff like that. And we end up having unfulfilling relationships when we don't really get to know someone, okay? So with this, it starts with this. It also talks about being mature, all right? Like being an adult and being ladylike, being gentlemanly like. This is the energy of being a gentleman, right? But this also goes for women as well, of being, ladylike. And you can think about other stuff if you're in the bedroom. That's a little different, but, we're talking about, the outside here. And when you achieve this type of spiritual maturity, you start to attract others who are way more mature, right? Because sometimes people complain where someone is childish or puerile or something like that, right? Someone who is, doesn't have any majority, period. But the thing is that we have to achieve this first if we want somebody to actually treat us in a very cordial manner, okay? And this is about being emotionally mature, that you have to understand that you are responsible for your well-being, your happiness, all right? It's not anybody else. Somebody, if you're waiting for a knight in shining armor to come in to make you happy, you're thinking about it the wrong way. Because if you're seeking, you're trying to have others validate your worth, your value, you're going to attract people who are kind of like, this in the reverse. But, there are no reversals in here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, and look, I've learned this, all right? I had to learn this the hard way. I was finding value in who I was dating or the job that I had even, because you can even talk about work, okay? And I thought that somebody had to tell me how awesome I was, how beautiful I was, how intelligent I was, to make me feel like I was worth something. That's not the Empress. That is not divine feminine energy. That's distorted feminine. It's what I talk about in my class that I'm teaching. But you have to be your own person, and you have to be emotionally mature, spiritually mature, and understand that nobody is going to bring you happiness. It's not found outside, it's found within. It's like the Ace of Cups, and going on that quest for the Holy Grail is the Knight of Cups. I'm going to seek my own fulfillment. I'm going to be Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to live happily single and start really coming into my own and starting to understand what I'm really talented and gifted at, and finding things that make me happy, even being happy with the talents that you have, the uniqueness about you. It's really honoring your uniqueness, Cancer. So, but when one lacks emotional maturity, you attract someone who lacks emotional maturity too, right? So when you're not relying on a partner to make you feel secure, to make you feel loved, to make you feel attractive, everything that I said, you have a lot more power. That means you've achieved this type of stuff. And it also ties into the spiritual maturity, again, like I talked about, that mastery. feeling enlightened, being enlightened and understanding a lot about yourself when you really look within and you start contemplating, you know what? Why am I seeking happiness outside myself? Why do I need a guy or a girl, a man or a woman to make me feel worth of something, like that I'm good enough? No, if somebody is not respecting you or valuing you for who you are, that's usually an indication that you don't value who you are. You don't love yourself. You don't see the amazing individual that you are within. And you know, we get into this romanticized version of what life should be where, oh, I got to find my soulmate and they complete us. It's like that freaking Jerry Maguire movie. You know, and this is coming from my experience, guys. I'm not pushing anything on anyone, but this is what I've learned. But the whole you complete me thing, no, you need to complete yourself first. Because think about it. If you are unstable and you're not complete in your own right, how are you going to be stable enough to handle anything in your environment, let alone if something happens in the relationship? Because even the most harmonious relationships are not perfect because something may happen. There's always challenges in a relationship. You know, there's always give and take here. And challenges make a relationship even stronger. If you are not solid enough and built strong enough from an emotional and spiritual standpoint, then you have a high probability of that connection of not being really close or harmonious or not having that solid foundation for it, right? So if you want to stop dealing with toxic men or women or people who act like children, okay, and of course there's a difference because we have to tap into our inner child every now and again, but that's about having fun and being playful, not being overly serious. But if someone who doesn't own up to their responsibilities, who you know, acts out like a child, right, throws a temper tantrum because they don't get what they want or something like that, you know, that I have to be honest, Cancer, that's like a reflection on you because our relationships reflect our inner wounds. Okay. And I can say that because that's exactly what I ended up determining when I was analyzing my own relationships. I wasn't even really emotionally mature, only mainly because I didn't find the worth within myself. And I would be all bummed out because it's like, oh, I guess I'm not good enough. Or, you know, I was enabling unhealthy attachments. That's the Two of Cups in the reverse. And finding myself in inauthentic relationships, which is the Ten of Cups in reverse. And realizing, why do I keep getting myself into these? But it's because I was seeking my happiness outside of myself. I had to understand that I was powerful in my own right. That happiness and joy is found within. That I didn't even have to, you know, dress or look a certain way because I had a complex. Because it's funny because I used to hate wearing makeup. And then I started to feel way more insecure as I got older. So I felt like if I didn't have makeup on when I went to work, especially, that's when I really started to wear makeup, that I was feeling, you know, I would feel more attractive. And I didn't need that at all, which is why I went back to not wearing anything unless I wear eye makeup or something, or I'm actually going somewhere fancy. But even putting that stuff on, it doesn't even matter. And I only usually use lip gloss or like eyeliner or something because my eyes are my favorite attribute. See, when you start understanding, write down a list and see, be honest with yourself as to what attributes you are happy with, right? Or maybe even some of what others have made compliments toward you on, right? Write that down and start realizing, or something that you're very good at that people say, wow, Cancer, you're really good at this, or, and you guys have a very warm heart. It's very nurturing. But remember, you know, you have to set your boundaries. But that's one beautiful aspect about you. So if you're having a hard time understanding, you know, what makes you thrive, what makes you light up, what about yourself is a unique quality about you, maybe you should take some time out and write it down. See how she's writing it down on here? Talk to God about it. Ask your guides and your angels to help you to see the truth about yourself, to see those things about you that are really going to make you happy. Okay? And ask for help so that these individuals, these entities, these spirits can help you, can support you more with understanding these things about yourself that you really should be valuing. Okay. No one is going to come save the day, Cancer. Not a job, not a person. I've always said you are responsible for your own happiness, your wellness, your well-being, your abundance. No one can or will do it for you. And God won't just plop that in your lap either, which is why I talk strongly about this in my Reintegrating the Divine Feminine class. You have to work towards reintegrating that feminine energy so that you could be emotionally mature and you are happy on your own so that you can attract the divine masculine. That's how it works. But the whole world throws that upside down. Oh, you complete me. I got to find somebody to complete me. I have to find somebody to make me feel worthy and feel happy. No, you're going to forever attract people who are not happy either. If you're not happy, Cancer, the people you attract aren't going to be happy either, especially with relationships. If you self-sabotage, you're going to attract somebody who self-sabotages, right? Again, relationships reflect our inner wounds. So with all this stuff, you have to understand that you're more than enough, Cancer. You don't have to do it all. And I know for some of you, this is a very hard thing to do. This tends to keep coming up in your readings. And if it keeps coming up in your readings, Cancer, that is God telling you, the red flag, Cancer, this is what you need to really work on. Your life won't change. Your love life won't change. You won't have this gentleman or lady of a person coming into your life if you don't know your own worth. This knight in shining armor is not going to show up to bring rainbows and puppies in your life. You have to do that on your own. Because again, the lower your vibration is, you're going to attract more of that stuff. More unfulfilling relationships. More people who are codependent. More people who act childish, right? Whatever this is for you. You really have to focus more on self-love, self-worth, your own happiness. When I did that, it changed my world completely. And the crazy thing was, I stopped having males come after me, period. Like the really immature ones, the ones who were like, you know, super sexually charged, like the Knight of Wands, the shadow side of the Knight of Wands, and people who were not on my level, it stopped. It's the most liberating thing, honestly, because at one point I was attracting all these people who were, you know, just not really emotionally mature, let alone spiritually mature, okay? My vibration went through the roof. I finally reintegrated my divine feminine and learned to maintain those energies with balancing my masculine energies. 98% of every day. You know, it can't be 100%. That's impossible. But well, through through God, all things are possible. However, we're human. We're human beings. However, I was able to find a way to really tap into my feminine energies. And even, you know, even when people make silly comments on my videos and stuff, and they could be condescending, I know exactly how to react to that, but in a loving way. Because I know what I am doing, and I am doing things for the greater good of humanity, and I'm coming from a divine place. And whenever someone tries to bring me down, I already know, no, I know that's not me. Somebody made a comment on a video, I think it was Aquarius. They said I talk too much, and I thanked them for that. Because it's channeling, it's not talking. I have the gift of gab in a sense where I'm blessed enough to channel into so to get information from so many channels to provide the guidance that I give. And it's insightful guidance. It's inspirational enough where a lot of other readers don't do. So I was actually thanking that person for saying that I talk too much. You know why? Because I know I'm a badass. I know I'm a powerful person. You can say whatever to me, it's not going to affect me anymore, period. Because I know my worth and my value. I've stepped into my power. It's more starring into my power, which is what my motto talks about. So some of you need to learn how to really, really know your worth here. Queen of Pentacles, all right? You don't have to look like a Victoria's Secret model. You don't have to look like, I don't know, who finds some male attractive? Ricky Martin, Tom Brady? I don't know. Everybody's different. I don't really follow that these days. But you get what I'm saying, right? The outside you has nothing to do with your value. It's what's on the inside. And when you are this incredibly charismatic, attractive person on the inside, it shows on the outside. It's all about what is on the inside that really counts, what they say in the Beauty and the Beast movie. Okay? So a lot of you have to change how you view yourself. You're self-sabotaging. That is not going to help. You have to feel abundant in your own right because God is always abundant. You are God within. You are already God's perfect child. You are a divine being. You are worthy and deserving of true love. You are worthy of beautiful things flourishing, growing in your life. But it starts with you. You have to raise your vibration and you have to change your mindset to a more positive one. And when this happens, you know your worth. Okay? Some of you probably need to say affirmations. I am beautiful inside and out. I am powerful. I am brilliant. I am the Empress of abundance. I am a trailblazer. I am a pioneer. I am unstoppable. I am unshakable. I am unbreakable. I am untouchable. Those are actually used for myself. And you know what, guys? I still say those things, even though I believe them already, but I don't have to say them as often as I used to. So some of you need to start saying affirmations here. And when you boost your energies, you start reintegrating your divine feminine, guess who starts to come in? The divine masculine. Because the divine masculine is very chivalrous. He takes good care of you. He knows your worth too because you know yours. He dotes on you. He courts you. It could be a she too, but let's just use he because I'm looking at a male here. See, look. The chivalrous male is right here. See, he's coming to you with the pink flowers, and pink flowers signify unconditional love. I have a thing for pink flowers. This is very significant for me. There is, and if you're not a flower person, it doesn't matter, but you get what I'm saying, right? Somebody would be, giving you gifts or something. That may be their love language. They're driving to pick you up. They're driving to your house. They're the ones who... So here's the thing with the divine masculine. They're going to be the ones to do everything. They'll open the car door. They will plan the date. They will have everything set up. And all you have to do is show up. Because that's what their role really is. It's part of the divine order. If you look way, way back... There were a lot more males who were very chivalrous, right? Especially in the Middle Ages, like we talk about the knight in shining armor. Okay? I talked about there's a lot of courting here. You got to know the individual first. Build the bond first before you jump into the bed, before you just automatically become boyfriend, girlfriend, and have the label and the title. That's why so many relationships are not fulfilling. And then they end up marrying, and then they're not marrying their divine counterpart. And then what happens? Like, there's a lot of divorce too. they start falling apart, and it's like it doesn't work out. Or sometimes they think that it's working out, but because of religion or whatever else, or because of what society's going to think, they stay in the marriage and they're still miserable, right? That's not what God wants for us. So it's in the divine order for the divine masculine to take care of the divine feminine. That's how it's supposed to be. They are the leaders in protecting the divine feminine, the home, and the family. That is their role. And then with the females, the divine feminine, they lead and showing and exhibiting that unconditional love, the tolerance, the acceptance towards the divine masculine to help him thrive. She gives that emotional support because, as we all know, men tend to have a hard time with being emotionally mature, right? Being in tune with their emotions and not being afraid to feel. That is the power that the divine feminine has to support the divine masculine with that. She has her own leadership roles. She holds the family together with the love. He holds the family together, the home, the marriage, with the way that he provides and he protects. You see how this works? This is what God ordained. And we have fallen totally off the cliff with this. We need to get back to that. But it starts with you first. Cancer, you have to know your worth. You have to find the happiness within yourself. And then in due time, God will bring your divine masculine, and they will really, chivalry will be there with the divine masculine. It's always in the divine masculine, not the distorted. If you're distorted feminine, you will continue to attract the distorted masculine. And start getting to know someone. If someone is not willing to, plan things out for you, or, open the doors and stuff, and be respectful towards you, asking you questions about yourself. What is your favorite thing to do? What is your what is your mission is what I'm hearing. What music do you like to listen to? Do you like to do this? Like, what really lights you up? When somebody really gets to know you, that's coming from this guy right here. Okay? And again, it could be female too, but any males who are watching this, Cancer, if you've been like this chivalrous male, being very cordial and kind and courteous, and people have not, been appreciating it, and you feel like you're not worthy, or like it makes you feel low vibrational, don't let that get the best of you. Just like shake it off and let that roll out over your shoulder. Keep doing this. Eventually you are going to attract a female, right? The lady. And for those of us who experience people who are cordial and kind to us, it can even be with women too, because I open doors for other people. I've taught my son to open doors for elderly people, women, or even men who are pushing strollers and stuff, and there's nobody to open the door. I've been teaching him that too, and the manners. It's all about the manners here. The kindness, the being courteous and cordial. If you are operating like this, you will attract someone who's like it too. And for the guys, nice guys don't finish last, okay? Society makes it look like that they do. Do not fall into that trap. If you are like this already, Cancer, and you're a male, continue to do this. Whether you're male or female, you experience somebody who's this cordial to you, say thank you. Be appreciative, because they're exhibiting God. That is divine. Those are divine characteristics, qualities. Say thank you. For women who feel like they have to control everything, no, that is not your place. It's not your place. It's not part of the divine order. The divine masculine is supposed to provide and protect. as I already said. So be gracious when people exhibit this type of behavior, because they are coming from a place of unconditional love. They're coming from a place of God within. All right? We need to say thank you to people who act like this more, and not be all like, well, I can do that myself. I don't need any help. We all need help. I had one of my viewers tell me, we're not meant to live on an island alone. We're not. Again, it's not part of the divine order. All right. So some of you may need to stop dating if you're trying to date just because you're trying to fill a void and you're trying to fulfill your happiness. No, you need to work on yourself first, because you are not going to attract the guy that the knight in shining armor that you're seeking. You're not going to attract divine masculine if you're chasing this guy. It doesn't work. Feminines do not chase. Divine feminines do not chase. They attract this guy. Okay? Let the male take the lead. That is what God has given them as one of their major roles. Okay? So, some of you need to forget about dating. Stop with the dating apps. You know deep down inside, Cancer, that it's not working. It's not working. You're not going to find happiness out there. You're not going to find your person in a dating app either. All right? Okay. Let's see what you need to focus on. Let me do that again. What does Cancer need to focus on for this week? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirius, please and thank you. If you look at nature, right, they have their roles. Nobody's overstepping any boundaries. Of course, they're following the divine order, but for humans, we've lost track of that completely. We need to get back to that. And it's going to start with you, Cancer. Let's see what you need to focus on. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Thank you. The Knave of Swords. It's the Page of Swords. Some of you need to communicate something. You need to communicate your truth with honesty and integrity. I think this tends to be like something that keeps popping up here. Cancer, you need to stand up for yourself. I'm seeing 5 of Swords with this too. You could even be dealing with an immature individual. See, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody who's younger than you. Somebody who's, I talked about being puerile. Here's a child. Somebody's being childish. All right? If somebody's being childish and who is not respecting you or who's making you feel less worthy, you need to say something. Right? This is for some of you, not for all of you. Remember, it's a collective reading, okay? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to follow your path of truth here. You have to understand that while it might be challenging for you to communicate your truth to someone, you're going to have to say something. Otherwise, things won't change. And again, you're dealing with this childlike energy, childish energy, somebody who's puerile. Look, we have another page at the bottom of the deck. It's the Knave of Pentacles. It's the page here. You have to really start looking at what is of worth. That Ace of Pentacles is in your hands there, but you're not looking at it. You're looking at somebody else to make you feel worthy and validated and happy. Yet you have the Ace already in your hands. God's giving you a completely new opportunity to build a more solid, stable life for yourself. It's planting that seed, the seed of kindness and self-worth and self-love and courteousness. You exhibit those things, you plant that seed, it's going to grow and flourish. Like with that garden here. And you become more emotionally and spiritually mature. And then you attract kings, not pages. Okay? You're going to attract kings, not pages, but you're going to have to put in the work too. This is a hardworking individual, and you're going to have to stay committed and dedicated. Be faithful to yourself. If you're dealing with somebody who's not faithful to you, you got to cut them out with that sword of Excalibur here. You have to really start laying a solid foundation for your future. It's you, okay? And you also have to start moving up a level because some of you are staying in this page-like energy. It's time for you to start doing the inner work here. There's something you're very skilled at, right? You know what that is. Take this opportunity to learn more about it, to level up in it. Whatever this talent you have, whatever it is that you know you love to do more of it. Start doing some research. Whatever this skill is. It could even be learning tarot, okay? It's funny because somebody's talking to me about learning tarot in a tarot class and stuff like that. I haven't been guided to do a tarot class, but if anybody's interested here, put in the comments if you would be interested in tarot. My tarot class will be very, very different because, as you know, I read very differently. And it's more about intuition than anything else. You have to get to that high level to really read intuitively. So maybe some of you, you're very psychic, you're very gifted, you're very intuitive. Maybe tarot's a thing. Maybe, I don't know, you do something with your hands because there's something physical here. You're very good at creating something or writing, okay? Maybe you're very good with creative writing or something along the lines with written word. Whatever this is, Cancer, God really wants you to focus on that. Whatever you are very skilled in, do more of it. Do the hard work. Start learning more or learn a new skill. If there's something you're passionate about, you say, you know what, I want to try this. I want to learn more about it. These are learning cards, all right? This is a new thing. This is a new beginning for you to do. That's going to lead you to feeling ultimately fulfilled. When you start looking into doing new things, learning new things helps you to grow and evolve, right? So some of you, you're being asked to do more of this. And if you're dealing, again, with puerile individuals, you're going to have to cut those relationships out and speak your truth here, okay? Don't be a knave. Don't be like fearful and to be, say like, this is not working out. Like really get into your king, queen of swords type of energy. Say, look, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to learn something new. There's something that you guys, something's been piquing your interest and you want to learn more about it. Go do that. It's going to lead you to your Ace of Cups, your ultimate fulfillment, okay? Let's see what you need to avoid. What's at the top here? Oh my God, look. It's another page at the top. It's the Page of Wands. See, if some of you are dealing with a highly sexually charged person, the shadow side of this guy, he thinks or she thinks with his pants, okay? If you're dealing with somebody like that, no. No. Someone who only comes to you, I did say Knight of Wands. Is he hovering around here? No. But look what's after the Knave of Wands. It's the Eight of Wands. Yeah, apparently there might be either this person's too highly sexually charged or it's just like they come out of nowhere or a message comes in out of nowhere and it's just sexual in nature. And they're being immature, right? They are being immature. That's not this. That's not this, obviously. You want to attract this, you have to stop dealing with these people. You need kings, not pages. All right? You got to get to know these people. And I'm not going to, okay, this is going to sound a little bit triggering for some, but look, this is no judgment, all right? There's there's somebody here who maybe just, I talked about jumping in the sack, all right? Somebody comes to you with this message, and then the next thing you know, you just engage in sexual activity, and then the person just walks away again or runs away again. You need to stop doing that, okay? That's having sex with somebody is not going to keep them around. It doesn't make you worth anything. You think that they're attracted to you. They may just want you for sex, okay? I have to say the truth. You have to know your worth. Sex is not love. Sex is not this. Sex is not self-love here. It's not worthiness, okay? So some of you need to stop engaging in this type of behavior. You continue to do that, you will never attract the divine masculine who exhibits these energies, okay? Who acts in this manner. All right? You're doing this, engaging in this to keep somebody around, or to think that it makes you feel more attractive, or they're like, oh, they want to have sex with me? That must be, they love me, or they're attracted to me. Nope. Nope. They need to show you how much they actually value you and they care. And it has nothing to do with just sex, okay? The sex is different from lovemaking too, right? It's totally different. There's like spiritual sex. It's the sexual union here. So some of you see there's way too many pages. Nope. Way too many pages. You really need to put an end to that. Let's see what you need to avoid. Oh, that was fast. Look who comes out. The Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. I said Five of Swords. And the Empress. Wow. Look who's at the bottom. See, now we're dealing with queens. Some of you are not operating from your queen energy from within. You have to act as queens. You can't act as pages either. Because if you do, you attract pages. That's why I said you need to attract kings. The queens attract the kings. All right? You guys are dealing with some drama. You're not trusting your intuition. You're not going with the flow. You have to go with the flow. You have to let nature take its course here. All right? But at the same time, when you're trusting, your intuition is telling you, you need to say something. And you need to cut off, these people who are they're not bringing you your happiness. Especially if it's a relationship only based off sex. That is not a divine connection, period. It's not. This is divine feminine right here, and so is this. You have divine feminine twice. You need to reintegrate these energies, but you have to have unconditional love and compassion for people who do this, okay? And that's going to be hard for some of you. But it's going to help with embodying this fully, okay? So it's so important. And when I teach in my class, it's reintegrating these energies is important for you to attract the divine masculine. You knowing your worth, that you are deserving of so many wonderful things, but it's not going to come from the outside. It's going to come from the inside so that you attract it. You don't chase it. None of these women chase. No way. They're like, I'm a queen. I know my power. I know where I stand. I'm not going after guys. I'm not going after love. I'm not going after wealth either. I'm going to find my own innate power because I am divine within, and I'm going to attract all of that. And you know who's going to bring all of that stuff? The divine masculine. They have the potential to achieve great wealth so that they can provide and protect, right? For the family, the home, for the divine feminine. But she stands in her power as being that very highly psychic individual who's very grounded, who knows who she is. And she doesn't allow anyone to take her off her throne at all. See, I said very highly intuitive and empathic. This could be a tarot reader. All right. Some of you have been looking into that. Go do it. Could even be building a business. But you guys are drawn to me because your stories are similar to mine. This is how it works. But you have to reintegrate the divine feminine. You have to know your worth if you and trust in yourself and invest in yourself too. She invests in her well-being. Time, money, energy. If she needed help, she wasn't afraid to ask. And all of that help she got, or whatever it is that she invested her time, money, and energy in, it helped her to get to the Empress. That is divine feminine Christ right here. It helped her to trust her intuition more, to be in tune with her psychic abilities, to build a business from it. It's exactly what I did. I did that, and I got to here. I have this like clockwork. I have reprogrammed divine feminine Christ into my brain, my mind, my body. Well, it is my brain, into my mind, body, and soul. And I operate from this place 98% of the time. That's what I talk about in my class, why it's so important to reintegrate this. Because you start attracting amazing things. She attracts wealth. She has the Emperor as her divine counterpart, and they're ruling together. They become a power couple. And boy, when you guys get to that, you're going to change some things in the world. But it really starts with you. You're emotionally imbalanced. You're allowing your emotions to get the best of you. Put a little logic into it. Stay in your truth, okay? You really have to be trusting your intuition. That's what the Empress does. But you have to really know this about yourself and know your worth to get to here. You have to value you. You have to put the time and effort in you, the money in you, not in other people, not in things that you know are not going to exalt you, that are going to help you with your spiritual growth, evolution of the soul. You have to invest in you, and you have to understand that you have this within you, but it has to come out. Nobody is going to do that for you. She does not get the Emperor without doing the work herself and embodying this energy 98% of the time, right? There's jealousy here, maybe. Let's not have that interfere with our energies. That's not going to be a good thing, Cancer. If that's resonating with you, jealousy is strong devil energy. That is definitely not going to help you become this. She's not jealous of anyone, period. She knows how amazing she is. She knows what she brings to the table. She's not competing. She doesn't have to compete because God gave her everything that she needed to become the Empress. It's exactly what some of you need to understand. Could be work-life imbalance for somebody here, but this is really about undervaluing yourself. Why are you undervaluing yourself, Cancer? You got to get back to really understanding who you truly are. Is that divine feminine here? But you have to work towards that. It's not just going to magically happen. You can pray about it all day, every day. But until you make that investment, until you put in the time, effort, and energy into your spiritual growth, you will still end up being Queen Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Empress in the reverse. Stop trying to manipulate things. Start trying to be possessive. Maybe you might be trying to manipulate somebody, and again, this might sound hard, trying to utilize, you know, if somebody just like wants you for sex and you're enabling that, that is not healthy. That's not Queen Empress energy, period. You have to start focusing on yourself. So again, with the dating apps, if you guys are on dating apps or you keep trying to date somebody, you don't chase. If you are a female, you do not chase. That is not your job. I learned the hard way, guys. I know what I'm talking about. Five of Swords. Stop being taken advantage of. You really need to stand up for yourself. I channeled Five of Swords and here it is. You really, really need to stand up for yourself. Stop wallowing in your sorrows. Stop feeling all irrational or feeling gullible or being codependent. If somebody's mistreating you, you're going to have to say something. You have to say something. All right? You have that power within you already, Cancer. It's got to come out. Your environment isn't going to change unless you change on the inside. And a lot of you know this. But it's like, I don't know what the hesitation is. Your love life is not going to change either, Cancer. If you don't do something, if you don't star into your power, it's not going to change. Oh no, there goes my crystal. It's not going to change, Cancer. You have to be the one to do the work. You have to invest in yourself first. You have to do things differently and embrace change. You need to change your behavior. Change the way you look at yourself, you value yourself. Be more nurturing and compassionate to yourself. And whoever screws you over, give them unconditional love. Walk away. You have the power to walk away, Cancer. And you have the power to become Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and this, and the Empress. It's all up to you. It's not going to be just given to you. Again, you can pray about it all day. You can watch tarot all day thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get this and that. No. God needs you to do the work. That's why we saw the Page of Pentacles. But you got to stop this. You got to stop being taken advantage of and feeling betrayed and being betrayed and having people strip you of your power and your integrity. It won't change unless you stand up for yourself, Cancer, and you learn that you have the power to walk away. Take the high road, but send unconditional love, because I know I'm enough. I know I'm better than this. I deserve better, because you do. You have to believe that, but you have to learn how to reintegrate this into your everyday life. You really have to change your mindset. Stop with the dating. Stop chasing people. You are going to be in a never-ending loop if that doesn't end. Okay? What was at the bottom of the deck? The Queen of Cups? Oh my God, look. Look who's underneath the Queen. It's the King. If you're trying to control people or emotionally manipulate people or trying to control them, like, yeah, I'll do all this stuff for you. Or if there's sex involved, yeah, okay, I'll enable that. Or no. And if you're dealing with somebody who's emotionally unavailable, who is completely detached from their emotions, nope, this is emotional immaturity. Stop. It's not going to help you, Cancer. It's not going to help you. See? You really need to speak your truth here. And you really need to start learning how to embody these energies. You have to start investing in yourself. It won't change until you do that. All right, let's see what guidance we have for you. Yeah, your situation, especially with love, Cancer, is not going to change until you change yourself. This is also, yeah, taking research, taking classes, learning a new skill. It's the page. We get the page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Instead of going out there and getting your Starbucks every day, instead of going out there and buying things to fill a void, things you don't need, start saving that money and start investing in taking meditation classes, or the classes that I teach, or, you know, things that are going to help you with your healing. Go take a yoga class or something, or learn how to build a business. That's exactly what I did. I put in all of my time, money, and effort into me. And that changed everything. All right. Let's see what your guidance is for this week. What guidance do we have for Cancer? Rose quartz. See, this is the crystal that helps with unconditional love. Open up your heart. Oh gosh, is it blurry? That never happens. I'm sure you can see that. Look, Amazonite, loosen your grip. See? Stop with controlling. Stop trying to emotionally manipulate people. Stop trying to control people with sex. Stop trying to control your love life by chasing and like, I need to do this, or I have to be in this type of relationship. You guys know it's already backfiring. That's why you have to do things differently. Otherwise, your situation is not going to change. Rose quartz. Let's see. Open up your heart. Remember your first love? It should be you. Embrace radical unconditional self-love. This will help guide you to a place of understanding, patience, and joy, which you can then share with others. By embracing unconditional love for yourself, you open your heart to receiving the kind of love you need and deserve from others. So go ahead. Fall head over heels in love with yourself. Only then will you be able to express that level of true love with that special someone. It's exactly what I was talking about. What would it look like to show yourself unconditional love? What do you love about yourself? See? Write down things that you love about yourself, Cancer. Your affirmation is, I am love. Today, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, I love you 3 times. Should probably do my heart chakra meditation. It's underneath my healing playlist. That's going to help support this, okay? If you have the rose quartz crystal or a bracelet, I highly recommend you wear that. Or if you just have like, you know, like I have here, just a, you know, a loose crystal here, hold it and say the affirmation as much as you need to. And maybe for some of you, you need to say the affirmation, I am love, in front of a mirror and say, I love you, okay? It's all about self-love, guys. Everything changes when you focus on yourself and you focus on self-love and your growth, your well-being. Amazonite, loosen your grip. There are times when enough is enough. It's time to relinquish control. You don't have to do it all. And what's more, you can't do it all. No one can. It's exactly what I was saying. Some things in life are simply out of our control. Remember, your best at any given moment is good enough. It's easy to get stuck in our ways and feel like we might want to interfere with life's greater plan. Instead, try taking a step back to give space and time for the relationships and situations in your life to develop. Release the idea of how things should be to make room for how things could be. Everything will fall into place if you allow life to unfold in an organic way. In which areas of in which area or areas of your life can you release control? How would that feel? Can you trust that the beauty of life often comes from the unexpected? Your affirmation is I let go of control. Today, delegate a task with minimal instructions and allow life to unfold. When you try to control things, Cancer, you're going against God's will. You are trying to manipulate the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate, the wheel of karma. You keep getting hit with negative karma, Cancer. That's how it works. That's how it works. You cannot control. Allow God to do things for you, but you are responsible for doing your part. Again, some of you, you're chasing the dollar, you're chasing relationships. Nope, that is not your place. Especially you are female, divine feminine, that's not your place. That is not your role to chase. Divine masculines are to take the lead. Again, you could take it up with God if you don't believe me. That is their role as a divine masculine. All right, let's see. What guidance do we have for Cancer with regards to their love situation? Thank you, Spirit. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Bottom of the deck is only time will tell. See? Divine timing. You can't control your counterpart. You can't control your love life. You can't control everything. What you do control is how you respond to things. What you do control is what you invest your time, money, and energy in. You have control over those things. How you are going to fulfill your happiness, how you are going to live your life, what you are going to choose. Either you choose the dark or you choose the light. That you have control over. Everything else, with most cases, you don't. Look what's after this. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. It's exactly what I said. You have to learn how to be patient. Top of the deck. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Watch how God does his magic. Like I will say, the amount of miracles and blessings I see on a daily basis, they just keep increasing. That's because I've left everything to God. I trust that God is in full control because he is. All right, Cancer, if you would like a personal reading with me or a personal coaching section, you would like to work with me, please check out the description box below. I do have 2 classes left for my Reintegrating the Divine Feminine class, which I think would greatly support most of you who are here with everything we talked about. Information for that class is in the description box as well, as long as a link to go take you straight to the page where you can choose which class. I have my last 2 classes on February 20th and February 27th. I only have 7 seats. I also have new readings that are more affordable. I listed all of the links to those readings in the description box below. There's 6 new ones. And if you would like to ask me any questions about this reading, or you have any questions at all in general, please feel free to shoot me an email. It's in the description box. Or if you go to capellawellness.com, the coaching stuff for my class for Reintegrating the Divine Feminine can be found in the coaching category of my Capella service suite at capellawellness.com. All the other new readings that I just launched are underneath the personalized reading section, okay? Again, any questions at all, Don't be afraid to reach out, okay? I don't judge. I know it sounds like I'm coming down on people, but there has to be tough love there, right? I had to give myself that because I had to get on my stuff because God was like, Jess, we really need you for your mission work, okay? That's the divine masculine within me. Take action, all right? Like, get it going. All right. Okay, Cancer. That concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. Wish you the best today. Always, I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness, starring out.